Davido has just carried the energy of Afrobeats all the way to Detroit, and the way people talk about it, the city is still shaking from the weekend. The Afrofuture Festival came alive, and Davido stood at the center of it all, performing like a man who understands his power on stage. The crowd response was loud. Every single lyric echoed back at him, and that's how you know an artist has crossed beyond just popularity into true influence. And you see, it was not only about the music, it was also about the moment, about the vibe, about the presence of the people he carried along with him. His wife Chioma was right there, smiling and standing by his side, giving fans another reason to cheer. And then, as if that was not enough, Ghanaian star King Promise joined the mix, making the weekend one big family of African stars uniting far away from home. The stage was massive, the lights bright, and as Davido's voice filled the air, clips started moving online almost immediately. Fans wanted to share what they were witnessing because moments like this do not happen every day. People said it was a total shutdown, and truly, the energy you could see in those videos was heavy. Each song that dropped felt like an anthem, from the old hits to the recent ones. The crowd knew them all, and you could feel the connection between artist and audience. That is the beauty of Afrobeats today. It has moved from local clubs in Lagos and Accra to massive festival grounds in American cities, and Detroit just experienced it in full. My people, if you are enjoying this gist, I need you to like this video right now and subscribe to the channel because gists like this will keep coming and you should not miss it. One of the special highlights of the night was when Davido received a customized Detroit Pistons jersey. That was not just a gift, it was a message. It showed how the city itself was embracing him, how local institutions were ready to stand with African stars. That moment carried weight because it was culture meeting culture, sports meeting music, America meeting Africa, all on one stage. It shows that Afrobeats has gone beyond just sound, it is now part of the lifestyle and entertainment fabric worldwide. That jersey was more than cloth, it was recognition. Now look at the wider picture. Afrofuture as a festival did not come to Detroit by chance. The organizers wanted to merge African sound with a city that has its own strong music legacy. Detroit gave the world Motown, it gave the world a strong hip-hop history, and now it is opening its doors to Afrobeats. That combination creates a powerful platform for growth. Local businesses in Detroit also tapped into it. Fashion vendors, food stalls, artists showcasing their designs, all of them had the chance to shine because of this festival. It was not only music, it was a marketplace of culture, and people came out looking good. Outfits mixed African print with streetwear, bold accessories, sneakers, and traditional looks. The festival turned into a fashion parade, and that added another flavor to the experience. For Davido, this show is more than another performance. It strengthens his brand as an ambassador of Afrobeats. He has been doing this for years, and every time he stands in front of an international crowd and gets them singing along, it shows he is carrying the sound with pride. Detroit is far from Lagos, but on that night, the gap was closed. The same way fans in Nigeria sing his songs, the people in Detroit were singing them too. That is power. And with King Promise around, it became a joint African affair. When you see Nigerian and Ghanaian stars celebrating each other like this, you understand the kind of unity that pushes the sound further. It is not just about one artist, it is about the whole movement. Chioma being there added another layer. Fans love to see her because she makes Davido more relatable, more human. It is no longer just Davido the star, but Davido the husband, the family man, the one who has somebody close to him clapping and cheering. It warms the story and the internet loves it. Clips of them together after the show spread quickly. People shared and reposted, and it made the whole weekend sweeter for the fans. Social media exploded during and after the event. Hashtags from the festival trended, reels were going up, short clips of Davido's performance went viral. People who could not attend felt like they were there because of the online noise. That is the power of Afrobeats in the digital age. Every show is no longer only for those present. It becomes a global event because fans post instantly. And when a festival like Afrofuture gives them strong moments, the online ripple continues for days. Now let us think about what this means for the future. After shutting down Detroit, the artists who performed will see a spike in their streaming numbers. People who discovered them for the first time will go online to listen again. Promoters will take notes and more shows will be planned across US cities. Davido has already built a touring history in America, but events like this open more doors. Partnerships with brands may follow, and collaborations with American artists may come. It is like planting seeds in new soil. And believe me, the seeds of Afrobeats are growing strong. Another key thing about festivals like this is how they push young fans and creators. Nigerian and African youths in the US feel proud seeing their stars headline major events. They post about it, they talk about it, and they influence their American friends to listen to. For local artists in the US who have African roots, it is encouragement that their style and background are now celebrated. For content creators, the opportunity is endless. Reaction videos, breakdowns of the performances, fashion highlights, and even behind the scenes analysis all get attention online. People are hungry for gist, and when big names like Davido deliver strong performances, the gist never ends. Let's also not forget the cultural diplomacy in play. Music is a soft power tool, and Afrobeats right now is carrying Nigeria's image positively around the world. The way reggae once carried Jamaica, Afrobeats is carrying Africa, and Davido is one of the biggest carriers. Every international stage he touches is another reminder that the sound is global now. Afrofuture in Detroit was just one more stamp. So my people, if you're following this gist, I want you to like this video right now and also subscribe to the channel. I want to hear your thoughts too, so drop them in the comments. Which part of Davido's Afrofuture performance do you think stood out the most? Was it the music, the jersey presentation, Chioma's presence, or the link up with King Promise? Share it because your opinions matter and help us shape the gist further. When Davido mounted that stage, it wasn't just about him performing songs, it was about him representing a whole culture. The atmosphere was charged. You could literally see people raising their hands, singing word for word, even those who were not Nigerian or African. That is the true beauty of music. It breaks boundaries. In fact, one of the clips that surfaced showed a crowd section made up of Americans vibing hard to If and Fall. Imagine songs that came out years ago are still shaking crowds in the US. That tells you something. Davido's catalog is timeless. King Promise also added his own shine to the moment. His presence was more than just friendship. It was a statement of Ghana and Nigeria standing together. Remember, the Afrobeats to the world movement has never been about one country alone. It's a collective rise of African sound. When these stars unite publicly, they send a clear message. Afrobeats is one, and it belongs to Africa as a whole. Fans love it because it breaks any sense of competition and focuses on unity. Some fans online even said the link-up gave them hope that more joint projects might come in the future. Imagine Davido and King Promise dropping another collaboration. It would spread like wildfire. And about Chioma, her presence cannot be overstated. Many fans at the event were excited not only for Davido's music, but also to catch a glimpse of her. When the camera caught her smiling in the crowd, the cheers doubled. It added a kind of romance to the night, a sweetness that reminded everyone that even stars need their loved ones close by. It also quieted a lot of speculations people normally make about celebrity marriages. Seeing her right there in Detroit with him was like proof that their bond is strong. And trust fans. They turned it into a talking point online immediately. Now let's touch on another interesting part of that festival. Afrofuture is not just a music event, it's a full cultural showcase. Food vendors were there, people tasted African delicacies, there were art exhibitions, fashion stands, and even conversations about African creativity. It was like carrying a piece of Lagos, Accra, and Nairobi straight into Detroit, and the Americans embraced it. Some people who had never eaten African food before tried it there for the first time. Some who had never worn African print bought pieces from the stalls. That's impact. And guess what? When that impact is tied to music, it lasts longer because people always connect the taste, the colors, and the vibes to the songs they enjoyed. Let's not forget the symbolism of Detroit. This is a city that birthed Motown, that produced greats who defined American sound. For Afrofuture to land there, it shows Afrobeats is not just being accepted anywhere, but in places with heavy musical heritage. That makes the acceptance stronger. Detroit fans are not just passive, they know music, they respect talent, and when they gave Davido that level of reception, it carried meaning.